In our last post, we discussed about a gap up expectation 250 to 80 on a Monday, and what we saw was an overnight or a pre-market pump starting Sunday in the futures, with led to around 5277 on US 500, and by the time the cash session opened, we were back to 5262 area and started selling off. Right, the selling kind of got into the consolidation for most of the cash session, and today we saw the second drop coming down and testing around 5184. But the point to note is that this, after a long time, we made a first lower low here by breaking the previous low of the last week, which was 5203. Right, so we got a lower low here, and for the reversal to be confirmed, we just don't need one lower low. We need one lower high, which means if SPX goes up here, it needs to be staying below the previous high, which was 5260, 5265, right? So create a higher low here. Lower high here and a lower low here, and the reversal will give us a confirmation that we are now into a correction pattern. But that's one thing to confirm a correction. But when we are looking at what kind of structure we can expect from this particular correction, let's just talk about a few options which I shared on X as well later in the afternoon today, right? So what we have here is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a five-wave structure going up, and till now, what we have seen a drop is a three-wave structure. So 1, 2, 3, right? I can so far call it as an ABC, but I really want to see a drop tomorrow so that this ABC can really turn into a five-wave structure, right? So by doing this, so we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So if we get this, then it'll confirm that we have one impulse wave down, and my simple expectation would be that after we get this, there will be a bounce back to 5230, and followed by another drop, which will get us to close this gap basically at around 5117 or 5118, wherever, right? So that's one expectation for now for this particular correction. The second one is that if market doesn't open gap down tomorrow, then this will become an ABC as a three wave, which means the correction could be a flat correction. Now that when we say flat, the flat correction is where this wave will basically go back up somewhere around 5252, may make a double top or a triple top to say here, and then we get down again, right? But this is again not a very big correction. If this happens, a pretty small one to say the least. Again, bears will give up pretty fast, and the next will be to rally back up again, right? So pretty strong rally can happen from there. And this correction will be only correcting this particular move up, this particular five move up. It doesn't correct anything, which is this whole 5 months of move, right? So point to observe there that this particular small correction, which means that the whole October rally or the rally since October will continue upwards, right? So that's the second bit. Now, if tomorrow this doesn't let's say this is not even a flat correction or a zigzag correction, which I shared before, then we are looking at this as a complete ABC, that this was the whole correction for this five waves, and what we are going to have is another move up, right? So which means we'll do a wave one, a little bit of a pull down. So we'll get to know from this pull down if this is impulsive enough to make a flat structure, or this is going to be another 1-2 setup, and then we have a rally upwards, right? So this I marked it as a green path in the chart, which I shared before. So really many options here. We have to observe what happens between this demand area that I have marked here, right? And what happens in the supply area? Can we make a lower high, or do we make a equal highs and then we push for a flat, or do we make equal highs, a little bit of pushback, and then start moving up again, right? So these are the three ways that I'm looking at right now for it to get resolved, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. If the gap down comes tomorrow towards 5172, in this area, I'm pretty much gonna long it for 5230, and we'll see what happens there. That's the plan for tomorrow. Thank you.